Good afternoon, everyone. Looks like we are live and have started. Happy Wednesday, September 29th. And thank you for joining another in a series of mindfulness meditations offered in partnership with the Frye Art Museum. I am Kristoffer Rhoads, a neuropsychologist here at Harborview, a Memory and Brain Wellness Center, and have been your honored co-facilitator or co-participant for the last couple of years for this long-running mindfulness meditation series that's been offered by the Frye. And while we are not quite ready to offer it live in person, maybe the next best thing being live virtually, and if nothing else, saves you from having to drive to First Hill and deal with parking. So, as discussed at the last episode a couple weeks ago, I thought it would be nice to offer a three-part series focusing on cultivating mindful attention of the different aspects of the present moment. So last time it was mindful attention of the body, so like body scan and awareness of the physical being. And given the change in seasons and things happening externally, I thought today would be nice to focus more on the external world. So again, there's the idea of the body, the mind, and the world, which are all unfolding moment to moment in our experience. So for this, we will be shifting our focus externally to things happening around us. So for this practice, I will invite you, as always, to get comfortable in your seat or lying down, wherever you may be. You could choose to do this as a walking or moving meditation, so long as it is safe to do so. You're not impeding your hearing or vision in any way. And if you are seated, allowing your feet to rest firmly on the floor. You may also choose to allow your eyes to close, or you may choose to leave them open for this practice, should you want to focus on attending to visual stimuli around you. Your choice. But beginning to bring your attention into the present moment. Gradually focusing on the breath, your posture. Your spine is straight. You have to sit bolt upright. Just noticing the shoulders resting squarely, the head centered on the spine. Taking a few moments to take a quick scan through the body to notice any areas of tension or tightness, and allowing those to relax. So doing your best to allow the stomach to relax, shifting the breathing down into the abdomen through the diaphragm, as much as possible out of the chest, which by its nature tends to be slightly more shallow. And just developing a relaxed, even pattern of inhales and exhales. And as you do that, with your feet on the floor, your weight supported by the chair, feeling slightly more relaxed, allowing your breathing to become slightly deeper. So not struggling to take deep breaths, just developing a nice relaxed pattern of inhales and exhales, moment to moment, breath to breath, as we settle into the here and now, unplugging for a bit from the then and there. With nothing else to do in this moment and these next several moments other than just attending, just noticing. Without any judgment, appraisal, agenda, desired outcome, just paying attention. And for our practice, our attention will be the outside world around us. You may choose to focus on sounds that occur, noticing sounds that may be constant or those that occur intermittently. You may also notice where they occur in space, which may be stable or with a sense of motion or direction. It could be an airplane passing overhead or a siren going by. You may notice that sounds that seem stable and constant actually have some fluctuation or a pattern to them. And as you focus in on sounds, you may also become aware of other sounds that likely have been ongoing but are only now within awareness. And as you do this, you may notice a tendency to either label the sound or evaluate it. This could include naming what's producing it, or perhaps noticing feelings of sound being unpleasant or unwanted. And just noticing these reactions, perhaps identifying them as thinking before redirecting to the sound itself. Doing your best to experience it just as it is. Waves of energy coming through the air without any labels or identifying information. Just noticing it for what it is. also notice that the mind wanders, caught up by sensations in the body, thoughts, other distractions, which are totally natural and common. And when you notice this, just gently acknowledging that and redirecting the attention back to sounds. Over and over again as needed. No expectations of what something should sound like, or when a particular sound should or may appear. Just open to whatever is unfolding around you. You may also notice internal sounds, such as the sound of your own breathing, perhaps ringing in your ears. Just noticing these. You may choose to continue your practice of cultivating mindful attention to the sounds around you, or either shifting to or continuing a practice of paying attention to that which you see if your eyes are open. Noticing things in your environment. You may notice shapes, colors, contrasts, or juxtapositions of objects. You may also notice shadows or light, changes in the things you're observing, motion of some sort. And again, just noticing these, doing your best to appreciate them just as they are without any labels or values, judgments. You may also have appreciation for the limits or bounds of your vision or visual fields. Differences in acuity or sharpness of images, either at the periphery of your vision or directly in front. Again, just noticing these things. Each thought, sensation, whatever it may be that clamors for your attention, just an opportunity to practice noticing that the mind has wandered and gently returning it back to your area of focus. You may also briefly check back in with your breathing. And just noticing air gently entering and leaving, reestablishing a pattern of relaxed breaths if it has become shallow, before redirecting back to sounds, sights, you may notice that it may be easier, or you may have a preference in terms of paying attention to sounds versus visual objects. Again, remembering that this is not a competition to see how long you can focus on any particular aspect of the moment, but that there may be things you have preferences about before redirecting back to just noticing. Doing your best to treat each episode, the mind drifting, the sense of gentle curiosity, and not wrestling with your attention, just gently redirecting it when needed. You may also notice moments where you may appreciate multiple aspects of the present moment almost simultaneously. Things you see, things you hear, feeling of air entering and leaving the body, all co-occurring, unfolding moment to moment. Not wrestling with that or forcing it to happen, but perhaps acknowledging it if it does. And in the last few moments of this practice, in this moment for today, gradually bringing your attention back to your breathing, occurring moment to moment, whether you intend it to or not, but certainly with the ability to always shift your attention to it, noticing air entering and leaving the body, sensations as the chest rises and falls, the abdomen rises and falls. to moment, breath to breath. Noticing other sensations in the body in this moment. Spine straight, your feet on the floor, preparing to take you into the next moments. If your eyes are closed, gently allowing them to open. As you notice the world around you, just as you hear the world around you, and taking with you any increased awareness of that world in these moments, or perhaps a feeling of being calm, centered. If it's present, always okay if it's not. But certainly taking with you my gratitude for getting to practice this with you, and the realization of how fortunate I am to be able to do so. Taking good care as you move through the rest of your day. See you next time. Thanks.